And I also wanted to go over this glue and the glue application. This is something that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. Contact adhesive. That's what you use basically on all of these headliner jobs, fabric, and so on. This is the best thing to use. You can use something else. There are other options. This is not really a good, well, this works. This is a 3M90, which is indicated by this number here. It's a max strength. That's me right there. 3M produces a specific type of a glue that is, I think it's a headliner glue, that's what it's called. It's not so easy to buy if you go to a regular store. This works. This is a fairly good glue. I wouldn't use this on a headliner because it's not enough. Even if you buy, and these are not cheap, these are like $17 as of today. For the headliner, I don't think you probably would need like 4 of these. That's kind of a lot. I mean, if you're desperate, well, 4 maybe an overkill, but I don't know. But this is not much really, and I wouldn't recommend using this on the whole headliner. On smaller parts, it works just fine. Headliner, you would want to use this glue, as I said before. So this glue is fresh and it's fairly fluid-like, so it's you have to shake it, of course. And the thing is, to spray this glue, you have to use a spray gun, and it's not going to be a gravity feed. It has to be this because of the nature. This is not HVLP. This is well, the old school spray gun. So, and these are fairly affordable. These are, I would say, cheap. My brother actually bought this. And the point of buying something like this that is cheap is because if things start to go wrong, you can always discard it, toss it, dump it. And things can go wrong because this glue is terrible in a sense that if it cures, if it dries, it would be a pain in the butt to really clean things to clean things up. It's still possible. All the passages you can just remove pieces, parts and pieces, but the glue is a nightmare really. In any case, this is the spray gun. What you can use to clean it, acetone works, I think. I should double check. I used some other degreasers that I don't know what the content of that is. I should check that out. But some degreasers and reducers and solvents, I guess. Solvents and degreasers, some of them dissolve this glue fairly easy. And the glue itself actually dissolves whatever cures or dries. But it's not always possible if the passages are clogged, and with the dry glue, then you have to really dissolve it by dumping this into a cleaner, I guess. In any case, the point of this is that this glue, you have to stain it, so you have to use a stainer. And this is a fine stainer, as you can see. This glue will, I didn't find much of like solid particles in it, but it's always a good idea to stain it, because if this thing clogs in the middle of a job and you have to take it apart to figure out why the glue doesn't flow, it's not flowing, then it's going to be a bit of a disaster, I guess. You have to use a compressor, of course, for this, and this one takes like it has some writings here, 70 psi. So this is an old school. It takes some 40 or so psi, I think. You have to kind of adjust it, go by. Well, if you have to learn how to use these, because there's a few adjustments, the fan and the flow and the pressure. So you can figure it out if you're doing a job like this already. So shouldn't be too much of a. Let's get back to filling up this gun, and so you have to stain, and I'm going to show a thing or two that it's always a good idea to use like a paper cup to fill up the spray gun, because you can actually go pour it over the edge, but this glue, as you can see, is it gets everywhere, and it becomes terrible. I guess that's the bottom line. So you really don't want to deal with cleanups and such. So what's up with this glove? In any case, let's do it. In any case, this is the glue. So what you have to do, of course, you have to open this up, put a stand in here, use a paper cup, and just fill it up. And this, like I said, this probably wastes a little bit of glue, but the way I see it, I'd rather waste a little bit and not deal with the mess. As far as the consumption of the glue, for the headliner to spray this glue over the fabric and over the headliner itself, in my experience it takes about 1.5 at least of fill up. So whatever the size of this container is, I had to fill it up twice. The tank consumes the glue, so it's not like not a small surface area, I guess, to cover. So don't hesitate to fill this up higher to like whatever, especially if you're going over the headliner itself. Just fill it up completely, because you don't want to really stop in the middle and refill it. So fill it up as much as you can. At any point you can just dump the leftovers of the glue back in the can, or if you seal everything good or well, you can just keep the glue in the gun. And that's, some people do it, it's doable, it's possible. There's a vent right here that you can plug, and the needle actually locks up the access of the oxygen into the gun. When I finish a job, I usually just dump the rest of the whatever I use, glue, primer, dump it back into wherever it came from, and just clean things up, because that's the best way. You never know if you seal things well enough, or whatever happens. I prefer to have a clean equipment to start with. Well, this glue cures fast, so it's not like it takes like 2 weeks to cure whatever is in this. If there is an excess of oxygen, it will dry fast. Well, within, let's say, some day, 2 or so. Well, it depends. I had an instance. I have this small can that I use to keep like a small amount of glue in for like brush application, and well, it's still okay. It's becoming a little bit sour cream like, so these cans don't always seal well. So a good idea is to lock this as good as you can and then tape it. Well, let's get to the spraying part, and well, but this should be it for this video. I was just going to mention these things. Basically talk about how to spray this glue, and that should cover everything, I guess. So this is it, I guess. Thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting my channel. If you find my channel to be helpful, please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't hurt you financially or any other way or manner. You're not paying anything to watch these videos, and I'm producing them. That's a bit of an effort. So again, doesn't cost you anything and helps me, I guess, helps to support my channel and helps me to keep going and producing something that can be helpful and useful. I guess that's the bottom line.